Hello and welcome to MXDOUT PC TV. I'm going to show you how to put your processor into your motherboard, and I'm going to also show you my IC Diamond 24 carat thermal compound paste that I'm going to be using. There's so many different ways that you can actually put this thermal compound on your processor, but I'm going to just show you how to put your processor in, and then I'm going to show you a few different diagrams of how you can do it. This is how you stick your processor. Well, actually, you've got a black protector here. When you want to send your motherboard back, if it's faulty or anything like that, because there's pins underneath, when you want to send it back, you need to make sure you keep this cover, okay? Right, so you take this pin off first, and then you take this pin off. All different processors are different. So, lift that up. We take this cover off, the protection cover. We have all the pins certified, certified. Got all the pins inserted into the motherboard itself, whereas old school days the pins used to be on the processor. Your processor should only be able to go in one way. Make sure your hands are clean, or you've got some alcohol rub to give it a clean after you've inserted your processor in. This is what your processor looks like. And that's the top of your processor. This processor is where the compound will be on top, and then you'll have a copper base on the top to dissipate heat away from the processor itself and the chip. Right, this is how you insert it. There's an arrow on the top, and then there's a few other dots around the actual processor. You can only input your processor in one way, and you just locate where the arrow is on the processor, which there should be a couple of notches as well. 1, 2 on that side, 2 notches there. It's as simple as that. And then you close it down. You close this side down. You're going to have to do it quite hard, not too hard, because obviously you feel like you're going to break the processor but you're not. And then you click down this side here, and then that's your processor done. Now, to add the thermal paste on, I'm going to show you a diagram quickly, instead of me actually using compound on the actual processor to do it. But normally I would spread the processor over the top. I'm going to show you with a pen and paper. This is my diagram of how to put thermal compound on your CPU. Obviously if you're using a water block for water cooling, or using a heatsink because you're using just fans in your computer. You can use the 6-star thermal lines. Basically you draw a line there, line there, line there, line there, and it's got to be like really thin line. I'll say about 0.5mm lines. Then you can do a 0.5mm line there. You can add a little circumference, I'll say about 3mm circumference of a blob in the middle of your CPU processor, or a little line here. Make that about 2mm, because obviously it depends on the size of your processor as well, but if your processor is quite big, and obviously make the line a little bit longer. Or you can get a card, something like sort of like a credit card, something like a plastic card, obviously not a credit card, and then you literally just cover it over with a thin layer over the top, and then make sure it's really nice and thin. If it's not really thin, you're going to run into problems. The CPU is going to run really hot, and it's not going to be how you want it to be. Or you can have the little cross in the middle. Basically, I'm using this thermal compound, which is called IC Diamond, and I also use Arctic Silver as well. Those are good thermal compounds. What you really want to do is make sure that you've actually had a look at other videos or pictures of how to install your thermal grease on top of your processor, because you want to get the best efficiency performance you can. And if there's too much on there, your computer will start to be too hot than what it would normally be, and you won't get the results you want. You just basically want it to be nice and cold, well not nice and cold, you want it to be cool, run at a nice degree, and then basically you would have your PC running sweet. So thanks for watching.